Hi to my advanced Photoshop class for winter 2021. I am sitting here getting ready and for the class, both in this first day handout and in the Canvas class. And I'm going to show you in a kind of informal tour of the first day handout and how to get to the class. Of course, you all probably already know everything about that. I just want to show you different aspects of the class for this semester. Okay, so very first thing, let's get right into it. I'm really excited to be your professor for this semester. I know it's been a very difficult last year, but let's hope things get brighter as 2021 progresses. So when you're on the Macomb website, you all know to go to My Macomb. And then when My Macomb comes up, I've already logged in, of course. You just simply go to Canvas down here on the left, okay? And it's the third one down. And then you're going to hopefully have your class in your list of classes. It shows up both here to the left in this list, and it also shows up as an icon down here. Now, if you don't have your class in this list on Monday morning, January 11th, call this number down here, and I'll show you where I also put the number. It's and you don't have to write it down right now because I'll show you. It's 877-362-2662, but I've also put it somewhere in the handout, and I'll show you, as I said. But if you call that number on Monday morning and you talk to the online support for Canvas, they'll get your class to show up in this list pretty darn soon, like almost right away. Okay, so here's your class right there. So I'm going to click that class and we go right to the home page. Now, if I don't have something correct or if a link doesn't work, just please let me know, because there's so much to the class that I almost all the time forget to do something. Now, this is the way the class looks from me, the host of the class. Okay, so I've put in on the home page the weekly dates, which I also have put in the first day handout. I have put in the important dates of the semester, which I've also put in the first day handout. And the very most important thing that you need to know is modules. So for you who are new to Canvas, when you come and open this home page, of course you have the syllabus. You can click it, but I've already given it to you in an email this past weekend, or this weekend before the semester starts. And this is a link to the syllabus movie right here, which I'm doing right now for you. So, and it says winter 2020, but it will say winter 2021. Okay? So, by the time you see it on Monday morning. So, I have put in another movie that you might want to see, this introduction movie for all my classes. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm also in the email that I'm sending out this weekend going to put a portfolio movie in there just so you can see what I am all about. But let's click modules and get right into it, okay? So we come up again here to the first day handout right there, and my introduction movie, which is the same thing, and my portfolio movie, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes. I've added a Zoom link here, and I'm going to click it. So this Zoom link that I'm highlighting right now works for the entire semester. So when I send you, if we are going to Zoom, did you hear that? If we are going to Zoom. There are some things that I may want to do as a demo, and I realize that you all work and you have different schedules, so you may not be able to make the Zoom meeting. That's okay. I'll give you plenty of notice when the Zoom meeting is going to be, okay? And I'll try to record it so you don't miss out on anything, but I'll probably also do a YouTube movie of the demo that I do in the Zoom meeting. But this, again, the Zoom meeting link works, and you're going to be directed to a lobby, which I will then get a notice because I'm the host of the Zoom meeting, and then you can join. So I'll click it, and you can see here how we automatically go to Zoom. Just click open link and then activate or click the button that says computer audio or phone audio or iPad audio or whatever, and then I've already prompted for the video to come in, but you may have to click a button to say allow video. Okay, so I'm going to cancel that right now, but I just wanted you to see that we're going to hopefully maybe Zoom maybe more than once this semester. Okay, I want to get right into the modules because the modules are where everything's at. Now, I'm going to bring up the first day handout in a minute, okay, but I have a Watch Me First movie for week 1. Please do that, okay, please do that. Now, the tool sheet says CC 2020. It should say CC 2021, but they haven't changed anything in the tools for Photoshop, so we're okay on that. But I definitely want you to click this, which will bring up a, for the tool palette, I want you all to know the quick keys. You're going to hear me all semester long say both the PC and the Mac quick keys as I do a demo. And for the most part, I don't miss that. Okay, so here is the answers for all of this. Okay, now you obviously can print this out and cheat on the quiz if you, so desire, but I don't recommend it because knowing the quick keys to me is building your skill. So I'll go back one and I'm going to go to the blank sheet. So in the blank sheet, you are going to be able to print that out and practice. And then I'll show you what the quiz looks like. Okay, so, and I'll show you in the first day handout what are the requirements for week 1, week 2, week 3, and so on. So there is the blank sheet. I'll go back to the module. And then you're going to actually take the tool palette quiz. It says it's due January 15th, but I'll preview it from the way you're going to see it. Okay, so it says choose the keyboard shortcut for the move tool. Now, most of you know it's the V key, so you would just click the V key, right? And then I really am holding you to your honor on this. Like I said, obviously you can cheat, but that doesn't help you. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help you, especially getting onto the job, because knowing the quick keys builds your productive time. Okay, so I'm going to go back one more. And before I go any lower on this, week 1 is here, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. I want to explain something, and I want to go back up to here because there is a, I put it in here, the Winter 2021 assignment list. So I'm going to now double click that over here. I've downloaded it, and it's a high-res version. I don't want to put a low-res version in. And why I'm doing that is because you can zoom in to everything here and see it extremely clearly. So let me make a point of that. I'll zoom into this one and you can see how you can see everything. Okay, so as you move your way down, you can see, and I just want to go through this for a second. All right, week 1 is the paths assignment, week 2 is the layer mask assignment, and it guides you through, again, drawing paths, which is very important that you understand paths. Week 3 and 4, I've put 3 assignments into week 3 and 4. They're kind of fun. It's the design filter assignment, then it's a light burst assignment, which goes through things like polar coordinates, and then it's a vanishing point assignment, which builds off of a filter called 3D. Okay, so, and it's not the 3D aspect of Photoshop, but it is and incorporates perspective. So it's actually called vanishing point. Paint week 5, and I know a lot of you have already painted things for me, even the mirror, which I'm sorry, the iPhone, which we're going to talk about. But this is what I wanted to zoom in on. So this is a work in progress, but I want to read this entirely for you. Week 6 to 16 below, and I'll show you, allow for you to choose your assignment direction. Okay. Week 6 to 9 of week 6 to 16, if you understand, lets you choose the design or illustration modules. Now I'll show you where those are in Canvas. So if we go down and get through week 2, you can see there's week 3 filters. There's all the assignments for week 1, 2, and I'm sorry, for week 3 and 4. Week 5 is the painted mirror. I want to make sure you all in a brush up. That was a play on words because it's understanding brushes. Okay, so here is understanding brushes in Photoshop. I want you all to watch these. I was going to get into something philosophical, but I don't want to yet. I will in a few minutes. So here is the week 6 to 9 design module. You don't have to, if you want to do the illustration module, do any of these. But I suggest, since employers like people to be multitasked, that you consider doing the design assignment, which I will show you in a few minutes on the samples that the students did. But there are 5 movies here, especially the 5th movie on how to start your first ad. I don't want to do those. I don't want to go into those because we'll get lost in there. But I have a lot of support movies down here that we'll talk about as the semester rolls on, okay? Where you turn things in is always a Dropbox. So for here, I have a design Dropbox. And if you want to do more than one ad series, you'll know what I mean in a few minutes. Keep on turning them into the same Dropbox, okay? Here is a Dropbox for the painted mirror. Here is a Dropbox here for vanishing point. Here is the Dropbox for the light burst right there that I'm holding on right there. And here is a Dropbox for the filters. So every one has a Dropbox that you can submit your PSD, Photoshop document file, and we'll keep on going. So here's the illustration one for week 6 to 9 of the week 6 to 16. And why I'm doing this is because you all need, raise your hand if you don't need portfolio content. Ooh, I don't think anybody raised their hand. I think you all need portfolio content, and there is what this class is all about. Because Brian Sorial understands that when you go into a job interview, you need content. And we're going to talk about this all semester long, especially from week 6 to 16. Okay? Because I am working with advanced Photoshop students right now for the past 2 semesters, meaning they're using my Google Drive account to send files back and forth, and we're working on portfolio projects. It's all about having content for your portfolio. So I have assist things here. And they're just, they help you. Like here's an assist product painting tutorial for lights and windshields and tires and color ranging and everything. So we're going to talk about these last 2 here on color range, because color range is what all of you should understand. And I'm probably going to move these 2 up to something up here, and I'm going to want all of you to do the color range one. Okay? So we have a lot to go through, and I'm so excited for you. All right? I really am. But I'm going to put this on my other screen for right now, and I'm going to put this on my other screen because I want you to make sure that you watch this. I put it on the desktop. Let me click the movie thing. So for those of you, meaning the QuickTime Player, so for those of you that don't know me, and I'm not going to play this whole thing, for goodness gracious, but please watch this movie that I've inserted into the email. It's about me, and it's about what I've done in the industry and my thoughts on building content. So I'm going to close it right now, but I want you to watch this because I go through a lot of really cool things in here that are based on me, but it's also based on, as you can see, students here. So please watch it. You'll get to understand one thing, and I'm going to stop this and we're going to talk just for a second. So pretend I'm talking right to you. You know that you need portfolio content, right? This class, and I'm going to bring over the assignment, the first day handout, because it's a good time to bring it over. Okay, this first day handout looks real formal. Okay, I mean, it has all the things like what's important, all the dates. Here's that number I told you about on the first day handout to call online support. So let's go through all this stuff real quick. It even goes over, I'm going fast here, it even goes over week 1 to week 5. You can see them, right? Well, here's week 6 to 16. So I break it into week 6 to 9 and week 10 to 16. We have a lot of work to do together. And you can see here how I put points in here and how I put grades somewhere. Let me find my grades. There's the grades. Guess what? I don't care about these. I don't care about B's and C's and D's and A's. I don't care about those. Those don't mean anything when you're in an interview. Because you know what does mean everything in an interview process? Is your portfolio. So yes, I broke down week 1, week 2, and what's due. Okay, so please use this to try to stay on target. Now, if you have a job, of course, most of you do, and the job, there are 3 things that I consider more important than Photoshop. That's work, family, and health. So if you have your job that takes you away from turning in something at the end of week 1, for instance, this one here says, oh, the path tutorial is due Sunday. Well, if you have to miss it, just send me an email. I'll show you where to get it if I can remember, okay? I should probably go do that right now because, oh my goodness. So if you ever have to send me an email, just click the inbox. So go into Canvas, go into your class, but go look at all this on the left. Click the inbox. Click the compose message right there. Choose your class. So I'll go in here and I'll choose, I think that's going to be 2021. Okay, so that was Photoshop 2021. Click this people button over here. Click teachers. Click me. Type in, maybe you're having an assignment to issue. So what I want you to do is send me a message. I don't know why I always click that. Type your message and attach your PSD file. I know I said that loud, sorry. Attach your PSD file. I said it twice. Attach your PSD file, please. I'll do a quick movie on your PSD file showing you what you're doing wrong or what you don't understand. I'll insert it back into my reply email and you're good to go. And I usually get back to you within 24 hours. Those of you that know me know I'm very dedicated to keeping you on task, right? I am. I promise I am. So let me go back into your class here and see if this takes you back into your class. Okay, so without getting lost in what I was doing here, I want to go through the rest of this. So yes, the first day handout and grades are important, and that's what I really want to talk to you about again. So, welcome to Brian, and welcome to this kind of material right here. So let's now quit that and let's go into something that I want you to see. These are painted student projects. Now, they're in the top module in Canvas, or in one of the modules in Canvas. Let me see where I put it. Painted student projects, right in the general course information. Download it so you can see what I'm going to show you right now. These are portfolio projects done by students, not professionals. So these are all painted from the ground up. And let's talk about this toaster, because this toaster would go for anywhere between $2,000 and $4,000 depending on the complexity as a PSD file for a client. And believe me, I have painted 1 or 2 or 3 of these in a week. So between dashboards and cars and mopeds and food, soft product, and cameras and key fobs and flowers and cars like this, all right, I have loved my career, but it's all based on content, right? It's all based on you having the knowledge of how to make things work in Photoshop very fast. So I've prepared something here for you, and it's available again, but I want you to watch as this progresses, okay? So watch this, please, just with me right now. Watch how I break down these into layers. Each time something shows up, that means it's a higher layer. That's it. So you never paint around things, you paint through things. Now let's watch it again. So that is the first. Let me stop this because I'm going to go back and then I'm going to progress. And I realize that this isn't about the time to talk to you about painting, but this is the time to talk to you about what Photoshop can do. So you can see there are the lower layers, right? Just big fills. That's all they are. Now let's advance this so you can see each time I show something, it's either a copy of something or it's a smaller layer that's higher. So you can see those shapes right there. They aren't, don't think of those as the top of a toaster. Those are just smaller shapes, right? So as you progress on your smaller shapes, look at how they build to the detail. Now look at how those 4 black things became those 4 black things. Look at how that thing here, which is just, remember, don't paint around things, paint through things. So all that gray just simply means that as the buttons build, look at those big white things and those big gray things, they finally will turn into, just let me get there, look at how that turns into the detail and the smaller, higher layers. Now we're almost there. Oh, that button's starting to show up. Oh, that's just a duplication. So the student painted one button and they just duplicated it for the next button. So it's not that they painted 2 buttons, they just painted 1 button. And they just duplicated those layers. Now look right there. This is how the handles get painted. They're building to the smaller detail, right? Well, you just learned, if you didn't learn already, that Photoshop is pretty simple. You don't paint around things, you paint through things. Now repeat that. You don't paint around things, you paint through things. Now, if you can do this in a week, isn't a $3,500 week pretty good? Okay, multiply that times 48 or 50 weeks. You're having a pretty good year, right? So here is the final one. Now let's watch that in progress. So here is how this all happens. Done. Now you can actually use those layers if like they change the model or they change some things. You're going to get paid $2,500 to $3,500 each time you do this. So my point to you is, let's learn how to paint in Photoshop. Okay, want you to see something that I just put together. I'm a Star Wars artist, and don't know if you know this, and I'm going to take the time to do this, but I want to type in, and I may have to kind of search around here, but I want to type in Brian Millennium, because a lot of you know this right now, but I just sold my Millennium Falcon cutaway that I had done. Whoops, what did I just do? Oh, I just hit something funny. I'm sorry. So I had to do it again. Sorry. My fingers are fat. I know that I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So let me go. Brian Sorio, Millennium Falcon. Oh, right there. So for heritage auctions, I actually on just recently, when was it? In October. This actually went, and you can look over here how it went for almost $30,000, and I was real proud of it. It did really well in the auction. Now the guy who bought it is trying to resell it right on the Heritage Auction site. But I am super geeked to have the world actually see my Millennium Falcon. Whoops, I'm not going to go there because that's fine. So I just wanted you guys to see that I've done a lot of Star Wars art, and the reason I brought that up is because I wanted you to see this fun thing that I just put together. This is just something that I did. I'm going to be a grandparent, and this is a mural that's going to be on the grandparent, my future grandson's wall, and it's going to be fun. So this is not published, but every piece in here, because I was commissioned to do the Death Star, the X-Wing fighters, the TIE fighter, everything in here is something that I had plans for, but I'm not selling this. I would never sell this. It's just for a mural for my grandson's wall. But I wanted you to see how much fun that I can have and you can have in Photoshop. So you've listened to me go through Canvas and how to get to the class. I don't remember, there's a couple of things I wanted to show. I did show you the inbox and how to send me something. So whenever you have an issue over any of the assignments, and let me go back to the assignment schedule. I want you to see here, and I want to go through some of the design stuff. So here is an example of a student doing thumbnails for their 3 ads that they did. And you can see here are several examples of ads that students have done. This is just one set of ads. And yes, they did it in Photoshop, because Photoshop can, if you keep the text layers as text, it can vector the text. So the text is all super clean. You can see here, well, that's just a JPEG of it. But if I go into, and I hope that I don't take a long time to do this, but let me show you. I have to go here to back here. Okay, so I'm going to go into my 2300 class, and I'm going to go into the design. Let me remember where I put it. Here's the design module, and it's right here. And I should have something called the design stuff. So in prior semester designs, I just wanted to go through and maybe just walk through a couple of these with you to see what students have done in the past. So these are students that have, and this is all student material. So you can see that these students for design have gone through their own creative journey. And you can see that I give you the option of not just doing one set, but you can do several sets. Look at how beautiful that is. The student did all their own artwork, and they did separate ones of these. But look, now the student did a second set of designs, and a third set of designs, and a fourth set of designs. Can you imagine that this student, if you count, look at how much content they build for their portfolio. They built so much cool content for their portfolio that they added 25 more pieces when you include the thumbnails. So I have these prior semester designs. Let me cancel that. And let me close this and just go back to this. Look at how I have in the design thing, I have all these PDFs that show so many cool things that students have done. Here's from 2018. Look at how this student went ahead and did all sorts of beautiful designs. And they did even more. Look at how that's their third set of designs. Look at how John did these. Look at how Eric did these, and Haley, oh, she's a great designer. Look at how she did all of these. Look at Kelly did these. These are beautiful. But you can view these, and these give you so many cool ideas. So this is the journey I want you to understand this semester. I am going to close all these tabs. I want you to review the movie this weekend. Watch my portfolio movie. If you don't you'll get an email by Friday. Today is Friday. So by this afternoon, you'll have this email. And I want you to review the first day handout because I'm attaching it. I want you to watch the 2 movies and then get ready for Monday morning. And let me know on Monday morning if you have an issue with Canvas. But remember, down here on in the dashboard right there, in Canvas, if there's that number that's down here, all the way down here, call that number if you have an issue. And that number, again, is also in your first day handout, and it's right there. So I'm totally looking forward to having you as my student, and let's just enjoy this journey together. And I know I've said it several times, but I'm still working on the week 6 to 10 extra assignments because I want to update and change this class all the time to stay current with industry. Again, welcome, and let's have some fun.